Now this is a question based on cubes and cutting or assembling small cubes. Okay. So first make sure that you pause the video, read the question, attempt on your own, whatever information you have on the basis of that. Then come back, unpause it. Let's look at this. It says 216 smaller and identical cubes are placed together to form a large cube. What is the number of smaller cubes that get cut when the big cube is cut by? Now this is a cube, right? So the total number has to be divided into 3 equal parts. So 216 is 6 cube. That is 6 into 6 into 6. So it has to be 6 layers, and in each layer there will be 6 rows and 6 columns, right? So it will be a spreadsheet like that. Okay, so how will it look like? I'll just try to draw. If you can see that, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You see, for 6 compartments you need 5 cuts. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then here, like this, and this is where it gets really interesting. You have to match these lines very carefully. Okay, right? Join this. We have this. So we have tried to show 6 parts on each of the surface. The upper surface will look a little tilted. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just match this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, one very important thing, whether the diagram is looking good or not, this question you will be able to solve only when you have become capable of imagining these things very clearly. Otherwise, it is not possible, whatever explanation you get it. So we'll follow this and we'll see what is happening here. 216 smaller and identical cubes are placed together to form a large cube. What is the number of smaller cubes that get cut when a big cube is cut by one diagonal cut? Okay. Now this is very interesting. Listen carefully. We have to cut it. How do we cut it? One diagonal cut. Okay. So suppose I want to cut it. If I want to put a diagonal cut on this, I am going to cut it across like this. Watch it very, very carefully. The diagonal cut will look like this. This blue line is the cut mark. How many squares does it involve? In this first phase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, only 6. Listen carefully. Okay. Now, how many faces are there like this if you count, or how many layers, these vertical layers? 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. There are 6 layers like this. In each layer, there are 6 cubes which are being cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in one layer. And there are 6 layers, so 6 into 6, 36 cubes that are going to be cut. Now for the second question, this is where people make a mistake, so be careful. For the second question, it says 2 diagonal cuts on the same face. I'm going to draw the second diagonal. Now if I'm cutting this, is there any overlap? Oh, you see, the cubes that were cut by this sword or this blade are very different from the cubes that are cut by this sword, right? Think about this. Think about these 4 cubes. So if you're looking at it from here, so there's one layer, okay? So there are 4 in this. Then second layer, 4 in that, second layer, 4 in that, second layer, 4 in that, and so on. Just the corner one. Okay, so just be careful that every cut here gives us 36 cubes that are going to be cut. Okay. So for this blue line, there are 36. For this green line also, there are 36. So 36 plus 36, and that is equal to 72. There is no common cube cut by both the swords, right? And this is where it becomes a little interesting. Now, one thing you can memorize, whenever we have even numbered layers, when this value n into n into n when this value n into n into n, when it is even, there will be no overlap by the two diagonals. This is how you can simply memorize it. You can see that there is no overlap. There is no cube which is being cut by both the diagonals. Whereas when it is odd, the things change a little bit. Think about that. 343 smaller and identical cubes are placed together to form a large cube. So 343 is 7 cube. So we have 7 layers, 7 vertical columns and 7 horizontal rows. So I just try to draw the diagram. Now for 7 layers, we'll have 6 cuts. So 1, 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one, join this. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always make sure that you draw this front side first. So vertical lines on this, then horizontal lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then for other sides, you only have to continue like this, parallel to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure that you have drawn this because you will not get a printout in the exam. Okay, so make sure that you try to understand with your own process, with your own writing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here you just complete it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Now in this, if you put a cut, diagonal cut, question is the same. It says, what is the number of smaller cubes that get cut when the big cube is cut by one diagonal cut? So if I'm putting one diagonal cut, how many cubes am I hitting? Wow. So this is the diagonal. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cubes are being cut. But this is just one layer. How many layers are there? How many vertical layers like this that you can see? There are 7 layers, and in each layer these are the 7 cubes. Okay. So in one diagonal cut, the number of cubes that will get cut will be 7 into 7. That is 49. Right? Okay. What if I put 2 diagonal cuts? Look at this carefully. If I draw the other diagonal, okay, I have taken a little liberty, artistic liberty. But in any case, you see, the green one is the other diagonal. This also cuts 7, but the problem is there is one cube which is commonly cut by both the swords or both the diagonals, isn't it? Check that carefully. Yeah. So what do we see now? So in one layer, we have 7 plus 7 minus 1. Why? Because this one is common, so this should not be counted twice. Okay. So 7 plus 7 minus 1. This is in one layer, and there are 7 layers. There is nothing common between the layers. In one layer, we have 7 and 7, 14, but this one is common, so count this only once, because when I take this 7, it is counted. When I take this 7, this one is counted. So ek bar isko kam kar diya. So it is 13 into 7, that is 91 cubes. So in every layer, there are 13 such cubes and there are 7 layers. So 13 into 7, 91 is the answer, not 98. People answer this also as 49 into 8. So this you can see, whenever this n is odd, this is what happens. Earlier case was even, right? So if there is, just go through the video once more if there is a trouble. One of the very important aspect of CAT coaching at iQuanta is application classes, live conceptual classes. These are always there, definitely. And this is the general structure of the program that we do. Just take a look at it, take benefit of it. If you want to know more about all these things, all these courses, visit iQuanta website, call on the number,
get in touch with us. We'll try to help you. Thank you.